Hi there. I've recently become sort of semi retired from blogging and vlogging, but what sort of prompted this little video is just a recent appearance on Katie Lane's Embodied Daily Show where we discussed sobriety and mental health. And I've always been quite open about the fact that, in addition to having had a severe alcohol use disorder, I'd also been diagnosed for the last 20 years with bipolar disorder. Um, and recently, I ended up in hospital. Now, when it comes to my own treatment, the Sinclair Method worked brilliantly to rid me of my craving for alcohol. So, for the last 6.5 years now, I've only drank on two occasions. Um, on those two occasions, both times with naltrexone, 1 hour before drinking. And recently there was actually a little bit of an instance where someone had spiked my drink, but it wasn't malicious. They just passed me a bottle of Coke and just said, "Do you want to have a swig of this?" Which I did, and straight away I realised it had alcohol in it, and I gave it back to this person. But that was just a situation which I got into that was accidentally, and it didn't trigger any relapse. But in any case, um, when it comes to the drinking problem, I haven't really had a problem for the last 6.5 years. And what happened to me all those years ago when I went on to the Sinclair Method was that I found that with the decline in my drinking, alongside taking the naltrexone and letting the process of pharmacological extinction take place, was that I started to feel physically healthier. So, for instance, I used to have horrible skin, really red, blotchy skin, and my skin suddenly turned pink, and I started to lose weight and become slimmer. And this wasn't an instant process. I mean, it was over the process of many months, but I did start to become healthier. And also, my mental health became much better. And in hindsight, that's obviously a consequence of taking the medication and taking it with either very little or no alcohol in my system. Anyway, what's happened is that over the course of the last 6.5 years, a little bit of selective memory has set in with regards to the bipolar disorder, insofar as that I've looked back on my previous hospital admissions and I've thought to myself, well, was that really bipolar, or was that just alcohol induced psychosis that caused me to be so wacky back then and all this type of thing? So, in any case, I've not had any sort of serious issues. I've had one other hospital admission since going on to the Sinclair Method, and I'd really sort of developed this cavalier attitude as to whether or not I would take my psychiatric medication, my mood stabilizers, and consequently, that word again, consequently, I ended up in hospital for 7 weeks this year. beginning in May, and it was quite serious. I ended up being sectioned under the 1983 British Health Act, and it was quite bad. It was quite bad. I mean, we're talking psychosis, we're talking hallucinations, and really not being myself, being a very different person. And I'm looking back on it all now, and it's a bit of a cautionary tale, really. Um, it's a cautionary tale about complacency, about overconfidence, um, hubris, maybe. I don't know, but what had happened was that I'd ended up overstating my the importance over the last years of my adult life when it comes to my alcohol addiction, and understating the mental health condition, when in fact they were both equally as bad. I mean, it's true that the alcohol was going to kill me before the bipolar was, but at the same time, I did have a very real condition. And in fact, what's actually happened is, during this last stay in hospital, they've said to me, well, this is really quite severe. This isn't like normal bipolar. And they've revised my diagnosis. So I'm now actually down as having schizoaffective disorder, which is wonderful, I know. Um, um, but anyway, I just wanted to just speak a little bit about that and talk about my own sort of complacency there. And I just wanted to use this opportunity just to tell people this cautionary tale, and just to say that with the Sinclair method, yes, for 80% of people it will get them off the booze, or it will reduce their drinking to within World Health Organization standards, but don't underestimate the importance of your treatment for other conditions, when it comes to the knock-on effect of the reduction in drinking having a positive effect on those. You still need to take the medication if you've got bipolar, or if you've got depression or anxiety or whatever. That's what I'm saying. Or at least you need to speak to your doctor. Okay? So yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. That, and I just wanted to just give Katie a quick plug. Katie is absolutely lovely, and please, 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 if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel, because she's an absolute godsend for this campaign, and we're very lucky to have her, and she's just brilliant. So that's all I really wanted to say. All right, bye for now.